morning, student Dr. Marks. How are you doing today? Could I have a few moments of your time? I have a few questions for you.
Hello, Miss Joe. I am doing very well this morning. Thanks for asking. I would be happy to answer a few questions for you.
Thank you, student Dr. Marks. Well, I have been reading up on my recent diagnosis and thought I would test you to see how much you've been studying.
Are you pimping me, Miss Joe?
Of course not, student Dr. Marks. I just want to test you to see how much you have been studying.
Okay, Miss Joe. I will be happy to play along.
I am glad to hear that. To start, I want to see if you can diagnose my disease.
I will do my best. Tell me about your symptoms.
Well, about a month ago, I began feeling a bit weak. As the days went by, I felt weaker and weaker. And then, 3 days ago, I broke out in this awful rash on my face and hands. It's horrible.
Okay, Miss Joe. Tell me more about your weakness.
Well, it's most notable in my shoulders and hips. I have noticed that I have trouble getting up out of a chair. I also have trouble brushing my hair and reaching for things on shelves that are above my head. The weakness is only getting worse.
That does sound awful, Miss Joe. That must be really difficult to deal with. Have you had any pain?
No, actually. I have had no pain.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Tell me more about your rash.
Well, it began 3 days ago. It's really bad on my face and hands.
Have you tried using anything to treat it?
Yes. I have tried moisturizing lotions, antibiotic ointment, and steroid creams. Nothing seems to help.
That's unfortunate. Tell me about the rash on your hands.
Well, how about I show you, student Dr. Marks? Take a look at my hands.
Oh yes. It looks like you have a lot of red bumps over the finger joints of your hands on both sides. Also, I see some small blood vessels under the skin right next to your nail bed.
Yes, I have noticed the same things.
Tell me, Miss Joe, has the doctor examined you?
Yes, he has.
What did he find?
Well, all of my vital signs are normal. Then, he performed a strength exam. He said that he rated my strength a 3 on a 5-point scale in my proximal upper and lower extremities.
Thank you for sharing all of that, Miss Joe. I think I have determined your diagnosis.
What do you think I have, student Dr. Marks?
I believe that you have dermatomyositis.
That's correct. What led you to that conclusion, student Dr. Marks?
Well, to begin with, it sounds like you have been suffering from painless but progressively worsening proximal muscle weakness. In addition, the rash on your face and hands is very characteristic of dermatomyositis.
That is exactly what I read. Can you tell me anything more about my hands?
Yes. The erythematous papules, or red bumps, over your metacarpal and interphalangeal joints are called Gottron's papules. Also, the small blood vessels under the skin next to your nail beds are called periungual telangiectasias. These are both features of dermatomyositis.
Yes. I think I read about that as well. Now, I have a few more questions for you, student Dr. Marks. I also read a bit about psoriasis and systemic lupus erythematosus. How do you know that I don't have either of those diseases?
Well, Miss Joe, the rash you have is not characteristic of lupus or psoriasis. In psoriasis, the rash is thick, scaly, and almost never occurs on the face. In lupus, the rash is on the cheeks and does not involve bumps on the finger joints. Also, proximal muscle weakness is not a feature of lupus.
Very good, student Dr. Marks. Now, tell me why you don't think my symptoms could represent myasthenia gravis or scleroderma.
Well, myasthenia gravis does involve muscle weakness. However, this weakness usually involves muscles that control eye movements. Also, in myasthenia gravis, the muscle weakness becomes more pronounced with activity and is relieved with rest. It is not progressive like in dermatomyositis. With scleroderma, muscle weakness is not seen. In addition, hand findings in scleroderma involve tightening of the skin, not red bumps on the finger digits.
Correct. You are the smartest medical student I have ever met, student Dr. Marks. I am so impressed.
Thank you very much, Miss Joe. I hope I have answered all of your questions.
You have. Thank you so much. Have a good day, student Dr. Marks.
I will. You have a great day as well, Miss Joe. I hope you get to feeling better soon.